Welcome back to the Ancestral Findings Podcast. With the original 13 colonies firmly established as the foundation of the United States, the country began to grow. New states joined the Union, each bringing a unique history, culture, and a name with a story behind it. Some were born from land disputes, others from bold declarations of independence, and a few were carved from vast, uncharted territories. As the nation expanded, so did the diversity of its state names. Some names honored French and Spanish explorers, while others paid tribute to indigenous peoples or geographical features. This next chapter in the story of state names takes us from the first state to join after the original 13, Vermont, follows the admission order as America spread westward. Vermont's name is a nod to its breathtaking landscape. The French explorer Samuel de Champlain described the area's rolling, forested mountains as les verts monts, meaning the green mountains. The name stuck, and when Vermont declared itself an independent republic in 1777, long before it officially joined the U.S., it kept that identity. Vermont has the rare distinction of being an independent nation for 14 years before statehood. Its fierce independence made it the first state to outlaw slavery, and to this day, Vermont maintains a proud reputation for progressive politics and natural beauty. Kentucky's name is a mystery wrapped in Appalachian legend. It comes from an indigenous word, but the exact meaning is debated. Some historians believe it means land of tomorrow, while others argue it means meadow or prairie. What is clear is that the name reflects the region's deep Native American roots. Parts of Virginia and Kentucky initially split off due to disagreements over governance. Kentucky was the first state to enter the Union west of the Appalachian Mountains, opening the floodgates for further western expansion. Today, it's known for bluegrass, bourbon, and the legendary Kentucky Derby. But its name remains one of American history's more intriguing linguistic puzzles. Tennessee gets its name from the Cherokee word Tanasi, the name of a Cherokee town on the Little Tennessee River. The exact meaning is unknown, but some scholars believe it could mean meeting place or winding river. This state's road to admission was anything but smooth. The settlers in the region clashed with indigenous nations, and the land changed hands multiple times before statehood was granted. Today, Tennessee is famous for country music, the Great Smoky Mountains, and its pivotal role in the Civil War. Its name, though, is a lasting tribute to the people who lived there long before the settlers arrived. Ohio's name comes from the Iroquoian word Ohio, meaning Great River. The state was named for the mighty Ohio River, which played a key role in trade, transportation, and territorial disputes in early American history. As the first state to be carved out of the Northwest Territory, Ohio was a testing ground for American expansion. It quickly became a political powerhouse, producing more U.S. presidents than any other state except Virginia. And while people today associate it with football and amusement parks, its name still speaks to the great waterway that shaped its early days. Louisiana owes its name to King Louis XIV of France. In 1682, the French explorer Robert de La Salle claimed the vast territory, stretching far beyond the modern state's borders, for France, naming it La Louisiane, Land of Louis. Before joining the U.S., Louisiana was a melting pot of French, Spanish, and African cultures, creating a unique blend of traditions that still define it today. From Creole cuisine to Mardi Gras, Louisiana remains one of the most distinct states in America. Its name, however, is a reminder of its European roots. Indiana's name is one of the most straightforward, Land of the Indians. European settlers used the term broadly to describe indigenous peoples despite the vast diversity of tribes in the region. Before statehood, the area was designated as the Indiana Territory, which originally included parts of several other Midwestern states. Indiana remained a key crossroads as the frontier pushed westward, earning it the nickname the Crossroads of America. Mississippi's name comes from the Ojibwe, Chippewa word Mississippi, meaning Great River, in honor of the mighty Mississippi River that forms much of the state's western boundary. A state deeply tied to indigenous and European histories, Mississippi was home to thriving Native American civilizations, long before European explorers arrived. Its name, one of the most recognizable in the country, is a testament to the land's long-standing connection to the river that shaped it. Illinois takes its name from the Illiniwek, a group of Native American tribes living there. The French explorers who first encountered the Illiniwek adapted their name, adding a silent S at the end to fit French spelling conventions. The state later became critical to Abraham Lincoln's rise to national prominence. From its early days as frontier land to its role in shaping U.S. politics, Illinois' name keeps the memory of the original inhabitants alive. Alabama's name comes from the Choctaw language, possibly meaning thicket clearers or vegetation gatherers. It was likely the name of a specific tribe that lived along the Alabama River. Alabama played a crucial role in the Civil War and the Civil Rights Movement, making its name, deeply rooted in indigenous culture, stand out against its complex history. Today, the state is known for its Southern hospitality, football fanaticism, and historic landmarks. Maine's name is somewhat enigmatical. Some historians believe it was named after the French province of Maine, while others argue it simply refers to the mainland instead of the coastal islands. Originally part of Massachusetts, Maine broke away and became its state in 1820 as part of the Missouri Compromise, balancing the admission of free and slave states. Though often overshadowed by its bigger neighbors, Maine has long been a haven for shipbuilding, lobstering, and rugged independence. As America grew, so did its identity. These states, each with its unique name and backstory, marked the beginning of a new era in U.S. history. From indigenous words to French royal tributes, the stories behind their names reveal the country's deep and diverse roots. This was only the beginning. In the next part of this series, I'll continue tracing America's expansion, uncovering more fascinating stories behind the names of the states that followed. Stay tuned. There's plenty more history to explore. Thank you for tuning into the Ancestral Findings podcast. Be sure to visit ancestralfindings.com to grab your free genealogy ebook. Ask for a complimentary genealogy lookup. And sign up for our weekly historical postcard giveaway. A special thanks to our Patreon supporters. Your contributions help to anchor our family tree firmly in the ground, allow our lineage to fly high, and keep our journey through history on the right path. Wishing you a fantastic day and happy searching.